and welcome to this lesson on Variational Autoencoders, or VAEs. You are about to explore one of the most exciting AI techniques that enable artificial intelligence to generate lifelike faces, restore vintage photographs, create original artwork, and even contribute to medical research. By the end of this lesson, you'll learn what variational autoencoders are and how they work, how VAEs are trained to compress and generate new data, real-world applications of VAEs in industries like healthcare, security, and art. So, let's dive in. So, what exactly is a variational autoencoders? VAEs are a type of deep learning model that allow AI to compress and understand complex data, reconstruct missing or damaged information, generate entirely new content that follows patterns from real-world data. But how do these work and what makes them different from other AI models? VAEs work by combining two main parts: an encoder, which compresses the input data into a latent space, a kind of hidden, simplified version of the data; a decoder, which takes that simplified data and reconstructs the original input, or creates something new from it. What's special about VAEs is that they introduce variability. They don't just memorize, they learn to be creative. Now let's talk about how we train a VAE to do its job. The training process involves feeding a large dataset, like images of handwritten digits or faces, into the VAE. Here's how it works step by step. 1. Encoding. The encoder compresses each input into a smaller, abstract version of itself. This is your latent space. 2. Sampling with variability. Unlike traditional autoencoders, VAEs add randomness to the process. This helps the model learn a distribution rather than just a fixed point. 3. Decoding. The decoder takes that representation and reconstructs the original input, or even creates slightly new versions. 4. Loss function. The model calculates how close its output is to the original input. The goal is to reduce this reconstruction error, while also keeping the learned distributions well-behaved using a technique called KL divergence. By repeating this process thousands or even millions of times, the VAE gradually gets better at understanding, compressing, and generating realistic data. Now, let's talk about where VAEs are used in the real world, and you might be surprised by how many areas they touch. 1. Image generation and editing. VAEs are widely used to create synthetic images, fill in missing parts of a picture, or even enhance low-quality photos. 2. Anomaly detection. Because VAEs understand what normal data looks like, they're great at spotting unusual patterns, like fraudulent transactions or system faults. 3. Healthcare and medical imaging. VAEs help doctors by enhancing medical scans, generating synthetic data for training, or even aiding in drug discovery by modeling molecules. 4. Speech and music generation. From generating synthetic voices to creating new music compositions, VAEs play a big role in audio creativity. 5. Data compression. VAEs are also used to reduce the size of large datasets while preserving important features, perfect for storing or transmitting data efficiently. In short, VAEs are a cornerstone of modern AI creativity, blending mathematics, probability, and neural networks to help machines learn and imagine. To wrap it all up, variational autoencoders are deep learning models that learn how to compress and recreate data, while adding the ability to generate new data. Next, they're trained by encoding input data, sampling from a learned distribution, and decoding that back into a realistic output. And they're already making a huge impact in fields like image processing, cybersecurity, healthcare, and creative arts. Before you go, take your learning to the next level. Click the link in the description to access this lesson inside the MotivaLogic Academy Learning Management System. There, You'll find a quiz for every lesson, hands-on labs, and real-world projects designed to test and strengthen your understanding. While you're there, explore our full catalog of advanced, hands-on courses and downloadable resources, all created to help you move from theory to real-world expertise faster. Ready to gain real industry experience? Work on practical projects, collaborate with other professionals, and build a strong GitHub portfolio that sets you apart and accelerates your career. Click the work experience link in the description below to register your interest. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And turn on notifications so you never miss a future lesson. Thank you for watching.